I mean,
Sanjay Jha
by the way, there is an information
is trying to read meaning into what Sushil Shinde meant when he didn't say it at all, Sandeep.
Article 21 of the Constitution gives you the right to liberty. This is a democracy. And I think this is part of a larger design. Okay, the tone and tenor of what Sushil Shinde has said may be grave, but the Congress party and several ministers have in the past tarred media with the same brush as the Comptroller and Auditor General, the Supreme Court, the CBI, saying that there is a larger architecture where all these entities are involved and they are out to deride and demean.
So you see these ghosts because they say things you don't like, Sanjay Jha. You think they are devious ghosts, the CAG, the Supreme Court, the media acting in tandem to take on the poor, the honest Congress party, which is trying to do a great job for this country. That's the myth that you're trying to build. That's the narrative that you're putting out in the public domain, Sanjay.
No, Rahul, let me tell you, you and I have interfaced so often on television, and you have been a very active media person for a considerable period. You'll agree with me when I tell you that over the last 5, 7, 8 years, this government has received, well, to some extent maybe on occasions justified, but on a great number of times, very unwarranted and unfair criticism. And we have not kind of, not responded to it with the degree of honesty or transparency with which we should have. We have gone ahead and faced it. There's been no attempt whatsoever on the part of the government to curb any press freedom whatsoever. So I think we need to respect that. I think this government has been consistent with respecting the highest levels of democratic principles, and that includes press, television and digital media. I want to tell you, social media has absolutely blossomed.
So which elements are you referring to within social media?
Sporadic issues.
Which elements within social media are you referring to, Sanjay?
Even the US government today is grappling with some serious challenges.
Sanjay, you're deviating from the subject. You yourself said that there are elements within social media which need to be crushed. Which are these elements that need to be crushed within social media?
Rahul. Well, Rahul. I want to just tell you one thing. I don't know whether you're aware of it, but the assassination of the US ambassador in Libya was triggered by a very provocative video that came on YouTube.
Can we stick to India?
It actually led to a serious
crisis.
Can we
stick to India and can we continue to discuss what the subject here is instead of going all the way to Libya?
I don't know who's interrupting me, Rahul. Rahul, I don't know who's interrupting me. Can I just take 1 second,
today, but he's raising a point. Let's stick our discussion to India.
Let's not go to Libya.
Rahul, the point I want to make it, there can be cross-border organizations using digital media to harm India.
Can I just come in over here for a minute, please?
Okay, Kanchan Gupta wants to respond before I broaden the spectrum of
this is interesting. This is interesting. What he is referring to now is the foreign hand in social media. So there is a foreign hand which is behind all the tweets and all the posts on Facebook which are out to deride the
Let Kanchan Gupta come in. Yes, Dada.
No, it's yeah, no, this, we have heard about the foreign hand ever since the days of Mrs. Indira Gandhi, that a foreign hand is out to destabilize India. So let's not get into that bunk about foreign hand and about Libya and what triggered what in Libya. A lot of mujahideen and jihadi activity is planned and coordinated over the emails. So we could also start talking about crushing the whole communication system on the internet. So that is not really the core issue. The core issue is the attitude of the Congress towards freedom of speech and especially freedom of the press.
Can you give me one example where it has been curtailed
that
in the
is
last
something
10 years?
Which we need to talk
1 minute,
about.
let's not have a rhetorical statement. Rahul, can I ask this gentleman a question?
Which I
give me one example in the last 10 years that this government has curbed anybody's freedom.
There is some
give me one example. Give me a tangible example where we have curbed anybody's individual freedom.
Okay, let Kanchan Gupta respond.
Give me one example.
Listen, Sanjay, I heard you talk. I heard you talk rot. So now you talk to some. Now you listen to some.
By the way, Sanjay, just 1 second. Let both not speak together. Neither can be heard.